purpose of the paper. Appropriate combinations of functional importance for high levels of company performance are affected by the type of grand strategy pursued by the firm and the firm's industry type. Internal and external company performance and certain environmental conditions affects the strategy and industry type.
Okay, so we're talking about we have the first, and the first is the type of the grand strategy used by the industrial firms to moderate the relationship between the strategic importance of functional areas and company performance. And then we have the second one, which is the industry type, moderates the relationship between the strategic importance of functional areas and the company performance. And we also have the reference for it.
All right.
This is the study that was conducted on this journal. There was 1,000 manufacturing firms and Fortune 500 companies. The survey sent out to 1,000 CEOs, but only 93 of the firms were used for the study. The annual sales, there was 24 of the companies that had 200 million or less annual sales. 26 had 201 to 500 million annual sales. 53 more had more than 500 annual sales. 28 of the industries was non-durable goods, 12 was durable goods, 19 capital goods, and 34 producer goods. And this right here is the chart that they used during the study to demonstrate that.
Okay.
And this is the study continuing from the last slide. There are 7 major functions, the independent variables. So the first one is the general administration, production, engineering, research and development, marketing, finance, personnel, and public and governmental relations. And then we also have the 5 company performance measures, which is dependent variables, which you have the P/E ratio, the ROE, ROC, the sales, and the EPS.
Okay.
The methods used for this journal was the data were analyzed and hypothesis tested using moderated regression analysis described by Zedek. Both full and restricted regression models were developed, and the differences in the R2s were tested using procedure. I can't say it. I might have to stand up here. I apologize.
Okay.
Procedure recommended by Saunders. The R2 changes from the restricted to the full model for each of the 5 dependent variables are statistically significant at less than 0.01. In addition, the changes in R2 ranging from a low of 0.9 to a high of 0.22 are large.
Okay, and for the results, we have dominant functions of the company's performance depends on the type of the brand strategy and that the firm will use. And then we have the industry type, which can predict the firm's performance. The dominant functional of the company's performance depends on the type of the industry which the firm will operate. And then the results indicate that both brand strategy and industry types significantly affect the relationships between and emphasizes placed on functional areas and group performances. And additionally, the results suggest strong firms and brand strategies so they can help have that relationship to be monitored. And the relationships between the functional performance and the company performance was examined by each brand strategy by industry type cell. However, these analyses are limited by small cell sizes.
Here's some questions that we'll put up there for you. Out of 1,000 companies, how many were used in the study? If you've seen in one of the previous slides, it says 93 of them was used. How many independent and dependent variables were there? That was also in the previous slide. There was 7 independent variables and there was 5 dependent variables used. Which hypothesis was supported? Both of the hypotheses was actually supported in the journal. And here's a reference page.
Okay.
And that is all. Thank you.